The co-op of our shop is giving great cuts, inspiring great men. Because I'm a big believer that every child, every man is born great. The bad habits, the addictions that we learn along life, that comes from pain or us not learning how to deal with it. So I try and equip my barbers, my staff with the right tools, getting speakers in to just give us new insights on how to talk to men and deal with our own pain. Because if you can't deal with our own pain, how can we create that safe environment for another man?
So I hear that you're quite good at your job as well.
I'm humbled. I'm so passionate about serving men and just creating a safe environment where men can come and talk. That it's my duty to be the best at my craft, the best that I can be. And so that's going to invite guys to come sit in my chair like, oh, he's cool, he's doing good haircuts, so I want to go get a haircut from him. And then, but really, my motivation is just to get men talking. I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. So my parents were, they have their own stories, and they both came from broken backgrounds. But because they never dealt with their pain, it kind of just then transitioned onto us boys and us girls, my sisters. So by the age of 10, we had pretty much lived at every women's refuge home in Christchurch and Auckland. Just from, Dad he didn't know how to deal with his pain, so he turned to the juice, he turned to alcohol. Why am I not following the same path? I suppose it was just, I knew to me the norm was abuse, getting hidings, alcohol, seeing mum get beaten up, us getting hidings for nothing. But then going to school and seeing kids, with their parents or kids having lunch, I'm like, I want that. Like, if that's your norm, then I want that norm. And so I think from a young age, knowing what was not right and longing for what was right kind of just always stayed with me. Because I grew up hip-hop, hip-hop was a form of expression for kids on the street who struggled, from the minority really. And so whenever I'm around like guys in the suits who come sit in my chair, the inner child in me, like, oh, what do I talk about now? But I've just learned to own my story. My story is I didn't grow up, with parents who educated me, outside of school. I grew up in a really violent background, and that's all I have to offer. But how I've come out of that, I think is beautiful itself. That's what I have to offer.
I imagine too it sort of adds more meaning to your life as well.
Definitely.
Not just coming to the barbers and doing your thing. It's like
honestly, I could say hundreds of stories about kids that have sat in my chair where I've just had to walk into the toilet and cry because the abuse that's happening at home. 2 weeks ago I did a kid, his auntie brought him in, and she said that he had his mother 2 weeks ago literally tried to kill him by drowning him in the bathtub, and this kid's only 4 years old. It's my job, or as a stylist, as a barber. That's why I think it's such a privilege, the job that we have as hairdressers and barbers. We get into these people's space, we get into the human space, we get into men's space that they'll never allow anyone else to get into. And the kid literally cried when I gave him, it was the best haircut, and he just walked out of the shop with the biggest confidence. But I was in tears because that was me, as a kid. But then, when I'm talking to the auntie, she's telling me that the mother is, addicted to meth because she hasn't dealt with her pain and her shame growing up, And so it's just the cycle that's going, repeating itself. And so for people like me who have come out of that, it's my job to love on these kids, to serve them, and you just learn to deal with it. But I've learned not to take it home as well, because when I get home I have to be present with my kids and my wife. It is a job, but I also find it's a calling as well. You got. But yeah, that's Yeah. Too many barbers and hairdressers is like so ego, and I mean, because it's the fashion industry, you know, it's all about how you look, but it's so much more than that, you know. We're dealing with lives every day.
Yeah.